All right, welcome back to another episode of Trading Levels with Alighten. It's getting late here, but I figured I would give this another go. Um, I had to kill that last video because we had started over here thinking we'd get a trade at the beginning of the hour. I'm not sure if this is a valid trade or not, but didn't take it. And we had basically an hour and a half, and I got one trade here. There's no signal, but we wicked this value area high, so I took that down to here and I think a little bit further. Um, I think I took two contracts, one to here and one somewhere around here in this general vicinity. But anyway, I killed the video because there's so little action. So for those of you who are new, we're trading the Alighten mirror indicator here. It's the link to the Git repository is in the description. This is the only indicator on the chart. These are the dependency indicators that you're going to need. Those are linked in the description as well. But let's kick it off and see if we can finally get some some more action going here. Would love to see a long right around. I'm actually not even sure what the bias is because we haven't had a signal yet. I need to modify the indicator to show the bias, I think, maybe somewhere on the chart. That would be good to see. Oh, we got a short signal. I don't know if I like that though. Oh man, I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe if it comes up and wicks it. There we go. Wick the value area high? No. I do love these 30-minute signals, but usually they're best when there is something else going on above it, like a lower time frame signal. So we can tell our bias is short. That's good to see because we got short signals here. And for those of you who are new, the bias is determined by the volume profile. If the previous bar closed below its volume profile, so you can tell here that we closed below the volume profile. Here's the volume profile for the previous bar, a 1 hour bar. So you can tell the bias is short. I do have the VWAP, the standard NinjaTrader VWAP on the chart. But still waiting for signal. It's 12:30-ish, 12:35. Might have to wait all the way until the next hour, unfortunately, to get to get the bias to switch to long, which usually translates to we have to get pretty far extended before we get a short in this current hour. So might not be a lot of trades coming our way, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. It's about the right zoom. Keep my finger on the trigger here. See if we get a short. on one of these pullbacks. I do like those quick pullbacks and then continuation short trades. So after a steep drop, sometimes we'll get a quick little wick that creates a level at a higher time frame. Okay, now we're crossing down below. It's a good sign. Oh, nice. Oh, I did not wait for that bar to close. That's a mistake. Really got to wait for that bar to close. I got pretty lucky there. I'm going to drop another contract on that. Put this down here. I'll split this. I'll put 2 right here. And I'm going to move this down to above the highest point. Uh-oh, that could be it. So really want to try to get that 2-to-1. Reward to risk ratio. A little bit more and I can move to break even. Just not super, a lot of movement, a lot of wicks, so kind of giving it a little room to breathe. One more push down and maybe I can move it to break even. Although this just, no, it hasn't quite. Oof. Love to see that get a little further down. I think I'm going to go ahead and move that to break even. Hopefully we don't get a pullback. Ah, and we did. If this comes back up, maybe we'll get lucky and consider that wick part of the trade. I'm going to wait for this bar to close. Don't want to rush into this though, just because we didn't capture that one. So there we go. See what happens here. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, we kind of see if this breaks through there again. I don't know. I'm actually kind of hoping it doesn't because I don't know if I would take that because we already had that initial push through here. So this, oh, here goes. Yeah, look how it does not want to cross below this value area high. Let's see what happens here. Now it does. Wait for the bar to close. Close. I'm going to give it a try. Put one here. Oof, that's not a great looking wick, huh? I do not like the look of that wick. We'll let this play out. Not, this is a slightly uncomfortable trade. Yeah, we barely moved on that one. It's kind of good to see. Nice, I like that. Very good. We'll take profits there. Oh, I should have put 2 there. That's all right. Let's haven't lost anything, so let's wait and see how this reaction goes. Straight back up. Yeah. Okay, so meh. Probably should have put 2 contracts at the POC. I still think this might actually continue down from the value area high, but I won't re-enter off of this. We already took this trade essentially, so I'm not gonna re-enter off of the same level. That's cool. We finally got a trade though. Yeah, there it goes. See, if I had just left my stop above the break even, but once we hit 60 ticks, I mean, I gotta go to break even. Ooh, it's a spicy one. Just a single 5, but if it wicks this level and breaks down below it, I think I'm gonna wait for. Oh, that looks so good. Kind of want to take one contract here since we're. I think it's been such a long dry spell without good signals, so I'm feeling like I need to be in a trade, and that's a bad psychological place to be. So I am going to wait for my clusters. When I say clusters, I mean clusters like this here, where we get the multiple time frame signals. Okay, we are at a new hour. This is usually where we see some action. Oh, that wicked the. Oh, I think that counts as a trade. Oh, we're long. 5 minute off the POC. Want to wait for this bar to close. Make sure it closes above that level. And it did not. There it goes. Like to see that close above those levels. Also would rather see the smaller level below this 15-minute level. But I can wait. I'm going to wait all the way. Oh, and a 30-minute? Oh, this is a potential. We'll see. Nope. It's heading the wrong direction. That's too bad. Interesting. Of course, we're in free fall, and the bias is long, which isn't great. So I wonder if this was kind of like the wick of the previous bars. I wonder if that counts. That's so bizarre because we had this. I don't want to take this. I wouldn't take this because it's just one signal, although it is off the. But anyway, so this is interesting here because we get this essentially a wick of the previous 1 hour. So this 1 hour Windows value area high. It's already been played quite a bit, but we also had this wick of the current of the this 1 hour Windows value area high, or sorry, value area low. We get a this 15-minute, but with nothing else. I wouldn't take this anyway, even if I wanted to, because you would have to put your stop behind the lowest point of that 15-minute window, which would, well, now it's just way out there, but hit clear invalid, get rid of some of those. We do have this trend start up here, which has not been wicked yet, has not been touched. So what that means is this hour made a higher high than the previous hour, and this hour was a higher high. So this is now our hourly trend start up. So I could definitely see it headed there. And then if we get lucky, we'll see a long signal down at the bottom there. That would be ideal. Seeing a signal around the trend starts is almost as good as seeing them around the volume profile levels. So if we could get a long signal down here, especially on the first touch. Boom, there's a touch of the I think that's going to come down now. Probably could have taken that, but I'd have to put my stop up here. There's the touch. There's the signal. Wait for this bar to close. Could just cruise. I'm going to take 2. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens here. It does not want to go up there, huh? There it goes. Give me something. I'm going to break even. I'm not thrilled with it fighting that hard. Oh, nice gap. I'm going to take half. Gap down. I don't like to see that. Oh, there it goes. Come on, buddy. Get up there. Oh, I'm just going to take that 30 ticks. Oh, nailed it. Got to trust it. Okay, we're making some progress here. That was really interesting. So this one dropped down. That was a pretty good trade. I could have taken. Overall, my favorite still is right here and here. I think those were the best two for sure. Wow, this turned into a really good one. Again, this is the trend start up. This is a super important level. So since price moved away from that pivot low, this is the first time it's touched. So yeah, I mean, I could have taken that for. Wow. Okay. Next time I know. Let's let one put one contract there and let the other one go. It really looked like it was struggling. I don't know. Maybe it's in my head. But that was a pretty good couple of trades. Really a huge dry spell before that. This entire hour and a half, like an hour and a half of nothing. This was the only trade I took. And then we finally got some action at the, again, it was in that first 15 minutes. So if you're looking to not stare at the charts for too long, your best option is the first 15 minutes of this one again, first 15 minutes. Maybe the first 15 and the last 15 of every hour. Wake off the. I think that's a good place to leave it. I'm trying to keep these videos shorter. I'll put the trade times. There's only 2 in this one. I'll put the trade times in the video description so you guys can fast forward to those. But that's the general idea. Hope you guys got something out of that, and I'll catch you in the next one.